Hi, it's your girl Shiro.
And your boy Dino Mukuri.
And welcome to the Infinite Podcast. So since I'm done who's doing the beginning of everything, like I always do, for an episode, this is episode 18. I don't know why I said what episode it is. And our topic for the day is Docile.
Docile. Why do you think we chose this topic?
Docile.
Docile. You heard that right. Anyway.
Guess who came up with it? Me.
She came up with the name, the idea behind it was already come up with.
I wasn't there when they came up with it. I will say that.
You were there. You were on the phone though.
No. So, creative as I am, let's begin. How was your week, Dino?
I feel weird being asked by you. But anyway, so too.
You have to be asked by whom?
No. Like, normally I ask you, then you forget. So. Anyway, so right, my week. Hey, by the way, how's my week been? Wow, my week has been busy. Busy, and I won't even lie, guys. We're on the journey. You know, I came to the realization that posting every single day is extremely tiring.
Oh yeah, it is.
Yeah. Especially because it's the one thing I have to do daily. So if I feel like I'm delayed by it, I have to plan. It's either create the video in the morning, continue with the rest of your day, or plan for when you get home on time to create that video. So it's like, it's engraved in my mind that you set a challenge upon yourself and you have to complete it no matter what. And I would say that's the best thing anyone can do. Have something that you can go back to at the end of the day. Something you know what, at least let me do this. Because let me not lie, guys, I'm always busy. I'm a very busy person, always working on something, always learning new things. So having that one thing that I can keep myself accountable for makes me feel like, in the beginning, felt like I was doing the most, which by the way I even remember telling you about. I was like, by the way.
Oh yeah.
By the way. Then
finally he agreed that he does too much. He has a lot on his plate after being in denial for a while. But they come to these conclusions. You know, after some time, just give it time, they'll realize it.
They will. Not everybody realizes it, but no, it was a matter of not even me having too much on my plate. But that's true. It's also a matter of when you're working on everything and anything, you reach a point where you feel like, I'm not doing anything at all. But compared to most people, you're doing the most. You're actually doing the most. Because even with this, I'm like, I know I do this daily, but am I really doing anything? Like, literally, you reach the point where it's like it becomes a normal routine where you feel like you need to do more and more and more and more. So keep on chasing everything. Chase the money, chase the motivation, chase the mental health, chase everything. Guys, hope you have beautiful weeks like me. Apart from that,
you asked me?
No, I'm not done.
Oh.
I'm not done.
Sorry.
Women, never let you finish. Anyway. So, we went for the pre-party at the underground.
Oh yeah, we were. We were at the pre-party for the underground.
Shout out to the underground, to my people out there.
Same.
We had DJ Melo and DJ JM1.
Yeah, okay, for me only know DJ Melo. Other than that, everyone else was around, honestly, was a vibe.
Yeah.
All the rest who are playing, honestly, love their sets.
Shout out to all of you.
Shout out.
The event is on December 13th. We've not promoted an event.
No, we haven't, but...
This one is worth it.
This is a starters, and for many more to come. And guys, for waffles...
Oh yeah, waffles is tomorrow.
Waffles, okay, this is coming out next Friday,
yeah.
So...
Either way, it's tomorrow.
Yeah.
Yeah, so...
Maybe we might see each other. We might.
Yeah, though you won't know unless you see this next week.
Actually...
I know.
Yeah.
Crazy. Anyway, apart from that, my saying is, I would say for that event, kindly, if you're going to drink responsibly.
True.
I drink very responsibly, but that's what I
Usi
have to say.
Blakey.
Yeah. Be healthy. Yeah, usibiwe simu.
Eat
Eat.
a lot. First eat before you go. Drink responsibly.
And do not become the generation that is becoming more docile. But
Yeah.
anyway, it already is. So kindly, Cheryl, how was your week?
My week was tiresome. It was exhausting. I think the hours in school are getting to me. It's taking a toll on me. School is really, it's tiresome. Many people like that. Uni ain't for the week. You know, at one point you told how your course is some sorts the easiest compared to other people, but you don't see it when you're the one who's doing it because other people perceive it as that. Let me just say that, y'all, everyone who's in uni and hasn't dropped out, honestly, I give you big ups. I applaud and hasn't dropped out. I give you like standing ovation because clearly I understand like what I didn't think it would be this much in the workload and all. And let me say, shout out everyone who's in uni.
Big up to you.
Well,
even though it can become a bit degenerate, kindly be your own individual, have your own mind.
Yeah.
And yeah, guys, if you know you're getting into the wrong friend groups, okay, what is the definition of wrong friend group? We'll discuss that in this topic. You don't even stress about it.
It's in our Docile.
But yeah, apart from that,
yeah,
you know what? I would say our generation is becoming more docile. Before we even start off with anything, let's start off with Gen Z, because this is your favorite Gen Z podcast. If it's not, you're lying to yourself. Ama you've not found us yet.
True.
But
once you listen, top tier. Favorites.
Voila, you become addicted. You get some 190s.
Exactly. You know, as you're sleeping at 3 because of us. As you should.
As you should, as long as you're getting more knowledge.
Exactly. Mm-hmm.
Anyway, my point is, as our generation, as Gen Zs, what makes you think? What are some of the things you think make us weaker? Sure, just a question to you.
A question to me?
Yes.
What makes us more docile? I will say that. Oh, on a point like. I'm trying to think about it. Where we're more docile. Music.
Interesting.
Music.
Okay.
You see, you say it yourself that the percentage of people who only listen to trap will be docile because if you don't have a diverse music taste, I know this pointer could be relevant to other people who don't understand how it is to have more than one particular genre in music. So if you have only I wouldn't say that it's not something against trap, but there are some trap music which honestly I don't. If it's just for vibes, okay. But if you take it to the T with the lyrics, that makes you so weak. Let me put it like that. That makes like no. And this is actually to the guys, because the ones who and okay, even some of the ladies who are fully on trap, but because like majority of people who listen to trap are guys, I would say that makes our generation so docile and all. And again, we don't. Good music hasn't come back. Like good music, guys like Asha. Okay, there's
Usher.
There's some. There's some music that was in the 90s.
Yeah.
Even some in the 80s that really spoke to people. Let me put it like that. Like some music really was meant for the soul, and that's how people just became like stronger. Let me put it like that. Because my mom tells me that she hates our music. Like our music has no like haina ladha. Like our music has nothing. Like how I put it, it really has no story. Let me put it, because their songs had stories. Their songs had stories, and you'll see like even if you listen to like Mr. Telephone Man by New Edition, or even there's just some things, or even Dolly Parton, Kenny Rogers, Celine Dion, Mariah Carey, like such music it communicates to you. There's some you need to have some music that gets to the soul. You know, that
Okay.
inner part of you.
She's right. I'll tell you this. The reason I don't mess with trap music like that to some extent, mainly because I understand music on its own is also a matter of frequencies. The amount of frequencies you take into your body are also very important. There's this specific time I was at an expo at the hub, right? And then there were these guys who were selling strong water. What was that? I swear, I think they call it strong water or something. It was crazy. So what they would do, they give you normal water. They tell you to drink it, and you drink normal water, like bottled water. Then you put your hands behind you. Then this lady pushes you down, and like literally you go backwards. You're like, not that you anguka now, but you fall backwards. So then that happened like with the normal water. Then now they give me a idea. This is the strong water. This is the product we sell. I'm like, no bloody way. This water won't make me move. Let me tell you, they gave me a cup of that water, and they told me, sip it pole pole. I'm just done. That's how you can imagine to explain. But this the regular water. This ain't the purified water they gave me. But yeah, guys, you have to see the practicals.
Now we actually have water in our cups, if you guys can see.
By the way, to you all who be saying that I'm not kitu kwa kikombe. Ouch.
You know my hair.
I know. Anyway, so they would tell me, sip pole pole. Gulp, etc.
That gulp is loud.
If you can't do that, you have a problem. Anyway.
Okay, you don't have a problem, but let's continue.
Anyway, so my point is, I drink this water and it's purified water. Let me tell you, she did this to me. I didn't move. Like she was pulling me down, even in one hand, like she pulls you, you don't move. Your legs are stiff and you don't move. Then she says, I went to my mom the next day and I was like, you have to try this bloody water. I drove my mom from here till Karen just want to try that water. And same thing, same result. I was like, what the hell? But obviously they explained how it works.
Juju.
In Kenya now.
I did many adverts today.
I know. Oh. By the way, guys, shout out to Juju. We don't have that product, yeah?
Juju on the beat.
Not Juju, that one, but Juju. Anyway, so now basically what happens is it's a certain machine, and then the machine it removes vibrational hertz. And the hertz it removes, you can put it on your water. And basically the hertz it gives your body, or the natural frequency, is supposed to heal your mind, heal your body, everything. So
yeah, I need that one to heal my heart.
When you're dumped by the machine, guys, we'll talk about it more. But what happened was, it was like, it actually worked. And I was like, shit is good. So you do sessions with it, the machine, like they can rub it on your leg. There was this woman who came, and for like 6 years plus, she's been having leg problems and leg pain. I'm telling you, that machine, 15 minutes of one session, she was good to go. Good to go. And the thing is, people lie about these testimonies, but I was there and I saw it myself. Yeah.
That's good.
There's natural ways to heal yourself, guys. That you don't need medicine, you don't need all that drugs. I truly believe in being natural. Yeah. Except for some things, but yeah. So, back to this topic. Music is also a form of arts. And if you listen to music with certain hearts and certain words, etc., lyrics, you end up becoming that person, literally.
It's true.
Yeah. So we don't only tell you to listen to such music just so that you can heal your soul, but literally so you can heal yourself. So you can become a better person, more in tune with yourself.
It's so true. I think on that point, how do you think cartoons have made people docile?
Cartoons, wow. In fact, even before cartoons.
Cartoons and movies.
Because as a man, ukisikia R&B, you're gay.
No, that's please. That's not on it. Because Asha.
No. Literally, listen to R&B, it's okay. But don't take it fully to heart that you want to be a lover girl for the show. So kindly, don't take it
actually.
Listen to
go
the music,
to
but
Mario.
I would recommend
Let Me Love You.
No,
that's the song. That's the song for the week, guys.
If you for the week, for the week, guys.
No, for the week.
For the week,
for the
guys.
week.
No, for the
which no
WEAK,
no
guys.
You see,
you had it here.
No,
like, you had it here.
No, I love
you
Mario.
had it here. You had it here.
Keep quiet.
So
no, as in, you see, weak. WEEK, and then my people. It's for the weak, my people. You know, not that. As in, near wiki, guys, near wiki.
Go listen to Mario.
No.
Okay, no, but it's good music. Just don't take it hard. Men, I recommend Skia Lingala.
Oh yeah, Congolese music. Oh gosh, listen to Kinafali Ipupa.
Yeah.
Yalevi, but it's in mindful of what the translations are because it can be different on many times. Who else do I know? Who does? I know many Congolese and also Lingala songs. If not, also listen to French songs. French, Spanish, like have a diverse music taste in short.
Yeah, but long story short, listen to Congolese music.
Even orchestra. If you want to, you can also listen to orchestra.
No, she's speaking sense.
Listen to orchestra. It's really good to like. It's calming.
Anyway, back on this thing.
I was asking you how cartoons and movies.
Back on cartoons and movies, they really do affect our lives, and I truly believe that most movies are made with a certain intention. Whether if you look at it biblically, whether you look at it in any perspective, there's always a message that's trying to be portrayed whenever you're watching something. So if you watch a movie and you leave there with nothing, you're the problem.
I will say this. Okay, for cartoons, I don't know why. Okay, I'm going to advise people to give the children to watch CoComelon. We did watch CoComelon. First was Thomas and Friends.
Hey, Teletubbies. Peak.
Shima and Shine, totally spies.
I never watched Shima and Shine.
Okay, now for me.
What was you?
Shima and Shine. Mickey Mouse. You guys, Tom and Jerry, Scooby-Doo. Imagine our cartoons are not bad. Like these guys.
And then Eddie, let's even go for
Cow and Chicken.
Cow and Chicken. And then these never show the parents' heads. They used to cut that shit.
You guys, Oogie and the Cockroaches, Zig and Sharko. You guys, as in Amazing World of Gumball. Joel.
A regular show.
Johnny Tests.
Johnny, copyright. Anyway, yeah.
But literally, you guys, I think not having such things and then having Dora being put as 3D. Oh, okay, I think also.
Dora was put in 3D.
Yeah. Okay, not 3D, but then her graphic is now different from how we knew it.
Have you seen how they changed the Barbie doll?
They have changed. Okay, even most of our cartoons, when I go back, look, not on the STV, but when I see them online, they've become more, graphically designed differently from how we knew them.
They're trying to make the cartoons bodies, bro. Like
even this Bob the Builder. Bob the Builder was also switched. He looks more modern. Imagine, guys.
Thomas and Friends, Thomas the Train and Friends. That shit was peak.
You guys ever remember this? There's this show on 309 of this guy who used to do arts on the floor.
There was this guy, I think his name was.
Art on the
floor.
Who
remembers Mr. Maker? Mr. Maker! Shout out to him!
Guys!
Yo!
Kids don't have this. As in.
CoComelon.
No, but what is CoComelon? As in, give your kids some culture.
Let me tell you this. I think we've discussed. Have I ever told you why you shouldn't read bedtime stories to your children?
Okay, no, you haven't said that.
Oh,
that's weird.
Really? Oh, we've discussed this with Owen. I think we said this on a podcast once. But before I go into that, CoComelon is literally designed to brainwash your kids in terms of what they do in every episode is they try and make it extremely engaging for every 3 seconds.
Oh, it's
in fact,
true.
They change the frames every 3 seconds. What they do before they release an episode, they put a child there in front of the TV, then they put CoComelon on one side, and then they put normal like wildlife still images on the other side of the TV, 2 screens. So what happens is the child sits down, and then they put him in the middle. So he watches CoComelon, and then on the other side, he really doesn't watch this. And every time the kid's attention switches, they literally re-edit the episode just to make sure, like, that specific frame, why did this kid switch? So they make it more colorful so it can mess up with your kid's brain. Then once they have done that, they have a perfect episode of everything that will just have you in one place at once.
Okay, another thing I will say is that I will discourage kids having TV time, screen time at a young age. because it's been proven that screen time actually makes them it slows their progress in how they're supposed to grow up in. So instead of giving your kids virtual, okay,
Tell your kids to touch grass.
exactly.
Tell them to go outside, play with mud.
Oh
Everything.
yeah, imagine guys, children don't play with mud. Like we used to play with mud, as in.
It depends on where you're from. I know kids who still play with mud.
Okay, true, but
depends on where
there
you're
will be
from.
babies.
By the way, take your kids to shags. And I chill now. I chill like grandma.
Actually, really,
take your kids to shags.
let the kids go experience the sun. What you make in a jua. Let them go in a bouncing castle, trampoline. They have to fall. Guys, we can't raise children with no scars.
Were you here when my 6-year-old cousin was calling me? It was sometime last. Oh, it wasn't you, it was. Anyway, so.
But literally, our kids need to come. You see these scars on our knees? It must be passed down.
Yeah,
by force. It must be passed down.
My girl cousin was calling me. She's like 6 or 7.
Mm-hmm.
And she's like, Dino, I'm in Kisii. I'm like, really? So I'm telling her, how's great grandma and great grandpa? She's like, what? Like, I think she didn't know, like, that's generally what we call them.
Uh-huh.
So she's like, I'm like, nyanya wa nyanya, how is she? She's like, she's like, I'm good. I asked, how was your day? So she was, I think she spent the week there. If I'm not wrong, she's still there right now.
I'm telling you that Shamba was mad by her.
So I'm asking her, what did you do today? How was your day? I made new friends. I'm like, what? In Kisii? Like, no, like, literally, you're the only one. You went alone with your grandparents. Which friends are you making in Kisii that are your age? That's my question. I'm like, yeah, I played with them. We played outside. So I'm like, you opened the gate for strangers. Yeah. And she's so happy. She's like, I made new friends. I'm like, we need this.
Okay, I know, because even my brother is so excited to get new friends. Let me put it like that. But other than being shy, is that once they're friends, honestly, it goes a long way. I think let your kids put in a setting where your kids can be social. Because now I don't know if Gen Alpha are antisocial, introverts, and much they're extrovert social. I'm not really sure, but
they're social, but most of them with people they know. Yeah. What happens is you find that these kids
babies
are in their comfort zone, so they don't know how to talk to people outside.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah. So it's like, yeah, you don't have to meet new people, interact, etc., etc. But at the same time, it's kind of parents make it normal. Like, oh, I don't talk to strangers, which is okay. That's a different level.
Well, you guys don't ever forced to talk to people when you go for events?
No, it's forced to talk to everybody.
Exactly.
Same. But Staki, I want to talk to
No, my mom had this thing of she starts talking, then she introduces you, like in a way where you're supposed to start a conversation by force, because you can't leave it in a way because it'd be awkward. So shout out to my mom, and I became very social.
Shout out to my parents as well. Like it reaches a point where someone tells you, "Hey, go talk to them." You're like, "Kwani nini, you leave, stand up and go." Worst case scenario. There's no worst case scenario.
Actually, no worst case scenario.
It's a pass. What do they do?
Okay.
No.
Let's see. On another point,
I was going back to the reading thing. Before I finish.
Mm-hmm.
I hadn't told you about this, but I told this to
Oh yeah, the bed story.
Yeah. You wonder why your kids fall asleep in math class. You wonder why kids are like, oh no, I can't concentrate in class when the teacher is teaching to me. I fall asleep. It's boring.
Is it really relation like that?
Let me tell you. An explanation is teachers read to you, they tell you. That's why they say, in classes, make sure it's more interactive. Have you ever slept in a class? Which class did you sleep in because the teacher was boring? Kindly, yeah? I'd love to hear that.
I cannot expose myself.
Expose?
I
slept in my chemistry class and I used to be in front. I would sleep. He would watch me sleep and be like, Dino. I'm like, yo, I'm sorry, but you make me sleep. Genuinely.
Do you know? I've dozed in a math class. I have dozed in a math class.
It's bad.
You know, honestly, I don't even know how. Math is so interactive. Like, there's so much going on for you not to sleep. But somehow I've ever dozed in a math class. Like...
No, but the saying is, you sit down and while you're reading your kids' bedtime stories, you're programming your children to sleep whenever someone is reading something to them.
But in this context, you're
programming them to sleep whenever you read to them. Okay. So if you go to class and then your teacher starts reading to you,
reading a story,
text, whether it's from this text, how However he teaches, if it's not interactive, anakusomea.
Or if it's not interactive, then
That's
yeah.
If it feels like you're being read to, you will automatically sleep because your brain is programmed to sleep during such.
But I don't think that would happen because I wasn't told bedtime stories, but bado nililala.
That's true. Even I wasn't told better stories
No,
like
bado
that.
nililala.
But that's the thing. To parents who do,
So it's a higher chance.
No, not a high chance. It is.
Okay.
It is. Yeah,
Okay.
you program your child through the small things. Come, Baba, let me read you a bedtime story. No, you're doing him dirty. Tell a guy to go sleep, and then funge macho a dream. He'll be good.
Count the sheeps. What don't count sheeps? 1 to 100.
When I can't sleep, I just like blink a lot like this until my eyelids get tired, and I just black out.
Oh no, guys! Stop. By the time I come back, you should have already started dreaming. You should have already been asleep. No, let me tell you.
Hey.
No. I think when I was a kid, and I used to sleep. My bedtime was, I think, either 6:30 or 7:30. I was told, and then I used to eat early, and then I was told just to go to bed. If there was no chance that there's no sleep. The sleep must be there, whether come rain, come sunshine.
Easy.
I swear, like there was nothing. I say, I don't feel like sleeping. Can I stay up? We didn't have that. When us we didn't have it, now you can stay up and watch a bit of episodes, then go to sleep. No, I was told by the time I come back from the shower, you should have already said whatever you did in the night.
Start snoring.
Exactly. But even these things, nothing for waking up, and then you start dozing, you snooze.
Let me tell you.
These kids don't go through that.
Let me tell you, when I was in school, I remember my parents used to like. I never used to like waking up in the morning. I generally do not like waking up in the morning. So I would be woken up by somebody, and then I say, so I'm waking up. I hit my bed for like a good
10 minutes.
Not even 10. I mean, I would sleep. I hit that bed nicely, soft, and soft. Then the dream start hitting. Then kidogo, you know this door here, the one that goes. I hear that. Pop! I'm doing everything.
When I remember, I used to, for me, it's like you wake up to don't start arranging the bed. It's like, let me stand up.
Oh.
I said, these guys don't experience that. It's like, just wake up at your own time, go to school. As it was the minute you hear a door open. Let me tell you, you've dressed, you have your shoes on, that bed is made.
Let me tell you, as I grew older, I came to the realization, I think I got a bit sneakier. I thought I was becoming smart. I would be waking up, then I change fast.
Yeah, you change.
I change fast. Then I go to sleep. Soft. I get my 10, 15, 20 minutes of sleep. Then I just hear that door. Unadu, natafuta socks. What? Socks. And then it seems so believable. My goodness. But at the same time,
it's reminding me of high school. The time they used to guys used to fall, they used to snooze. And you're being woken up at about 4. Or the times you used to wake up at 3:30.
To read.
No, you'll be woken up now, start leaving. Now you'll be woken up now, start the whole process of leaving the hostel. So I think we all snoozed. Oh my god! And I think the gates used to close at about 5. Meamka for 45.
Walai.
For 45, and then guys for cleaning start cleaning at about 5:50. You have 5 minutes to go brush your teeth. Your suitcase is open, it has to be closed, your bed has to be made. Tell me how Kabirians, how we used to get dressed in 5 minutes.
That's how it is.
1 minute for everything.
That's
and then
how it is.
The thing is, my cube used to be the furthest from the washrooms.
Yeah, I can honestly imagine. Okay, I would say, since I've not been in a boarding school, I don't have that experience necessarily. But I would say the closest I was to the worst experience was my finishing, when I was finishing my MYP, let me just say that. It was hectic. I think that was the last exam I've taken. I've not taken an exam in 2 years. And it was worth it. I went through struggles to reach where I am now. So, and that's funny. Anyway, I say that as if you may feel Kambali. No, I have. That guy from back there. Not the same person, by the way. But anyway, my point is basically, you know how hectic the schedule was? Like, especially when we had exams. The same thing you guys had, I'm sure yours in Form 4 was.
It was mad.
Yeah.
Where?
Kindly, what did you do?
In?
High school, ukimaliza, when you were finishing. And you were at your didn't you?
I believe I was. Let me tell you. Our days will start from 4:30 and end at 11. Those are many hours in between. Those are a lot of hours. I think we spent almost 17 hours in school side. 17 to 18 hours. There were a few hours which are left. Like 6 hours were at the hostel. And you need to sleep, shower, wash clothes. Literally everything in those 6 hours. So, telling you, I think
It was bad.
it was bad. I think our schedules were so, I think they were horrible. Because when I think about it, you are sleep deprived, you are stressed about academics, all of them are dirty, you still have to wash them. Sijui panos, I don't know, sijui extra work, mkona cuts, sijui for an entire week, you have sijui this thing, chem, the experiments. But you also have an experiment. Christ.
Yeah.
Why? I don't know. Actually, you are not allowed to go to the hostel because from first this, from first that. You have talks. I think from four was just. I think a year we want to repeat, but it was a lot. Yeah. It was so much.
I can imagine. For me, my days would start at 4.
Same.
And end at 1. Yeah. I wasn't a border. I was reading.
1 a.m.
I was reading. Especially because, let me actually explain it to you. Here's the one thing that I actually love. Living in my condition, it taught me that I can do anything better than anybody else. And I never let it hinder me, especially because there would be weeks where I'm in hospital and weeks where I'm in school. So weeks of me having to catch up with a lot of shit. So, ukifika home, I don't sleep. I believed in power naps back then. These days, you know how I feel about naps. Back then, I had the energy to power nap. I would go from school, power nap, soft. And then, once I've done that, the grind is on, not even by myself. I think I had shout out to my teacher. This guy taught me everything. I told you I took all subjects. Everything. One guy. And that's how we finished. That's how I finished. Plus the additional subject they added at the end. IB, shout out to you. You taught me a lot.
How long were your naps?
20 minutes.
Really? Kimberly and I can say different.
20-minute naps. I did a power nap.
I think there's a point in Form 3. Our naps were 2 hours.
That's not napping. You're listening easy. That's sleeping.
There's a day, another Kimberly. On a Saturday, I think we just finished exams. We slept from 9 till, I know I woke up at 1. She woke up at 4
a.m.
No, from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. Mine was 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. Let me tell you, I think end of term, everything is so, as in you're ready to go home. I think you are so tired from reading from exams and then finishing exams.
Have you seen the chaos that these Form 4 students have done? Not really chaos, but how they tore the books in their class. Literally all papers.
As expected. Let me tell you, high school can bring out that side of you.
Have you seen those videos?
No.
Really?
Let me tell you, when I finished.
Your story, that guy nakutafuta leo, I look for you.
When I finished, I was ready to leave everything in school. My mom came, I'm like, let's go. I was just me, my leg warmers, and my Crocs with my scarf. And whatever I had worn that day, I was like, let's go.
In your blue uniform.
In my blue uniform. And I was play a prank and everything. Like, you know what? I've left everything for everyone else gonna come next year. Let's go. You know, she was ready to go. I'm like, you do want the buckets for something? You bought the buckets. At least you want me to come with the buckets. But oh God, so much. Anyway. I was so happy to leave. Because I've been the first ones to leave.
Yeah. It's hectic. It's hectic. Now, at the same time, we discuss cartoons, music. Education, by the way, yeah, actually, education, I would say it's becoming better. I don't know much about the
What is it?
new curriculum.
Okay, the CBC. I will. Oh yeah, it is because with my brother doing CBC, they have so many projects. Let me say, they have things we need to do. You see, like high school did art and craft. You guys had art and crafts.
Yeah.
So now
Yeah,
in
I
space, and I
did
see
like
because
arts.
it was in his school I had it, and not all of the schools I had it. It puts people in a place where everybody is equal. I like CBC because many people are the same. Like most kids are doing the exact same thing as everyone. And I like how kids are now becoming more creative, or they're actually indulging in household chores. Like when they're told, I remember the things when my brother was in I think grade 3, was it grade 2? They're told, oh, take a video of you washing a watermelon, take a video of you making tea.
Washing a watermelon.
I don't know, of you setting the table. Like they're putting in things that we weren't taught. But
Hey,
we're told to do them at home but not in school. You get?
You're the excess. I saw that you go count the amount of rooms you have in your house.
But it makes the kids become active and not become
That's fine.
like the whole point was we don't like they don't become like us. Us 8 4 kids who summarized, crammed, and then left education after we finished. You get? So for them it's supposed to be impactful in that it's not really about just memorizing and letting it go after like a paper, but for it to be used now in later like life skills. It's more a life skills like system.
I'll tell you this about school. It's great. You keep on doing all these things. System, whether it's 804, whether it's any system in the world, you do all of these things. But realistically, the one thing I'll tell you that will help your kids or will help, let's even say your kids, because actually, most of you who watch us are parents as well, you know that.
Yeah.
You're like, shout out to y'all's moms.
Algorithm.
Yo, shout out to y'all's moms and dads. Like, you're like, oh. Shout out to the people from the US, to Dubai, to Kenya. Shout out to all of you. Actually, I told that after. Anyway, my point was. Nimesahau point. Ngoja. My point was, I had a very valid point. What were we discussing?
It's about education.
Oh yeah, my point was, as long as you take your child to any school, doesn't matter what they're learning. They can learn ABC, they can learn geometry, doesn't really matter. As long as your child understands that in this life it is okay to fail, they're not going anywhere. Yeah,
that's true.
Yeah, schools don't teach you that it's okay to fail because you're punished for failing or you're
parents. It's true.
Yeah.
Because even me with my mom, I think failing was deemed as such a sinful thing. Let me put it like that. Because I'm trying to like put it in
that's what they did. That's true.
Like a very sinful thing, and it will make you feel so guilty when you failed something when clearly you didn't know or you just didn't understand the concept.
Exactly.
One thing I liked about my mom's parenting is that she tell you how to do it and how to go about it, but she wouldn't scrutinize you about not being able to get through with it.
Hey.
You get?
Lucky.
No, of course, the part where you're supposed to like it's like the things where yes, it should be like that, but some other stuff like she gets the point, like she understands my place and like she was about one of those people who are like, oh, I was number 1 in my class. You get so a point where your parents actually understand where you're coming from and actually help in your education.
Here's the thing, guys. It's okay to fail. In fact, through failure you learn. In this life, you find that most kids are afraid of taking risks because they're like, what if I fail? If I fail, I'll be judged by everybody. In fact, in this life, the people around you are just waiting to see whether you fail or not. That's the
more risks you take, the more experienced you become.
Everything in this life
is a risk.
If you don't take that risk, you are
everything is a even eating food is a risk.
Everything.
Going to the washroom is a risk.
But take risks that you think are worth it. For example, I've taken a very big risk in my life. Do I think it's worth it? Yeah. Do I see it going sideways? No, because I 100% believe in myself. If you believe in anything you want and you think it's 100% possible, nothing can stop you. Take the risk and nothing can stop you. The only person and the only thing that can stop you is your own mind. And imagine fighting against your own mind.
It's true. And you're told the moment where you feel like it's you don't see the point where you're most scared to jump is the exact time you're supposed to jump in. Because that's when the impact is supposed to hit you
Yeah.
on a good perspective.
It's the scariest thing. In everything we do, it's a risk. You wanna go talk to that pretty girl over there? That's a risk. She can reject you. Oh, I fear rejection. The more you continue to fear rejection, we discussed this last episode, the worse it becomes for you because you don't get used to that experience. Because you never know, by the way. Maybe she'd be like, yeah, I'm waiting for this guy to come talk to me, but he doesn't have the balls. That's your
most
problem.
people fail in life because of fear of failure.
Yeah.
Fear of failure and fear of not trying.
Exactly.
Because it's not actually out of 1 out of 10 times, if you do try it out, those 10 times, at least 3 times things will go well. It's not like all 10 times it will go bad. Even this guy who made the bulb, it happened on their 100th time that it actually lit up. Imagine 99 times, you're trying 99 times and you can't even try once. Shame on you. Big shame on you. We bring back shame actually.
Someone was telling me a very interesting thing.
Mm-hmm.
You go to school for 6 years to study law and you want to perfect law, but then you give up on content creation after 3 weeks because you think you're not getting any viewers.
That's actually hitting. That's how I think that one is targeted. Whoever you are, that one is directed to you. But
it's not directed to you, it's just the truth.
But let me tell you, even this podcast, honestly for me was a big risk.
It was a risk for me, bro.
Because clearly, the thing is, I'm juggling school and this plus my other social life, and I'm like, people are like, oh, like there's other things that come into it, and you're like, at least I've done it because I wanted to do it and I've tried it out and I like it. Some of these risks are literally just side quests or even plot twists. Make your story interesting, guys. Your life has to be a movie.
You're right.
Make your life a movie.
Imagine,
you're the main character.
Imagine reading your own book and you're like, this shit is boring.
Imagine scroll next chapter.
Dad,
this?
Let me read your book. Hey, by this guy and a sack. Like, just imagine that.
Guys, make your portfolio interesting. Make your life a movie, a series.
The only person who can tell your story and tell it for generations is yourself. That's why people journaled, etc. Napoleon Bonaparte wrote his journal.
Even Stefan Salvatore used to journal. People in Vampire Diaries, who are you not? Okay, I don't journal, but either way, all of them had a life. Imagine their story. Imagine being alive for that long, and you have be like Devon and Klaus, have a story to your name. I know this is not about fiction and everything, but I'm so serious.
I'm not even judging. I've watched the originals. Those guys are Jesus. Shout out to them.
Exactly.
I'll tell you this. If you don't have your own story, you'll make your generation weaker, and then your kids, you make the people around you weaker as well, because it's like, if all of us are friends and none of us have nothing to say about our friend group,
I know.
At our friend group we just went and we all died. Imagine.
Or we just went to school together.
Who are your dad's friends? I don't even know. Those guys were losers. Imagine.
No, imagine. Okay, and then I hate when people complain. I have nothing in my there's nothing interesting. Girl, you can do the most basic thing to make your life interesting. You don't have to go all out. If you want to go travel, you want to go for a road trip.
No.
It starts with the most basic things.
Catch flights, not feelings.
I know, catch flights, not feelings. But if you can't at the moment, don't make it as if that's the end of life.
Of
you
course.
Get.
Plan yourself, guys. Plan yourself.
Even going to the mall to just go and window shop, that is a plot. Honestly, me and my friends go do that, and we honestly enjoy it. My mom and her friends used to go to Miniso to buy stuff. My mom taught me how to window shop without feeling guilty about coming out without anything. Literally just that. There's some things, honestly. I'm like, guys, you complain about life, but don't want to make it any interesting.
Yeah, facts. You know what? If you want that adventure in your life, take the risk. Dino, how do I make my life interesting? Go outside, take a matatu to town, go walk.
You'll find so many things.
But what if I get robbed? That shit is interesting. That's the story you want. You got robbed.
People get robbed. Even me, I got robbed. We move on.
Yours was crazy. What was really? You were robbed. Voila.
Guys, kindly, we're not going back to the story. Let's continue.
Don't worry, I was robbed the same way. We're on the same boat.
Yeah, we're on the same boat in this. So let's continue. Another thing is that I think emotions. I think it's either we were us, our generation, we're made so hardcore.
Our generation were made hardcore.
Do you think we're weak in emotions?
Yeah.
What compared
to our parents?
No. To gender side.
Let me tell you this.
I think Gendocile became more in touch with their emotions.
Let me tell you, that. Not even Gendocile, even with us. It's crazy because I see it with a lot of people. We are very few. We're very few who can generally think logically before a bit emotional. Very few. My point is this. I still have to say this. You find that in the generation we live in today, most people are extremely emotional in everything you tell them. Yeah, my mother's generation, by then you've gained weight, you need to work on that. They won't catch offense. It's like you've made an observation and I've taken it. It's not even that I'm trying to offend you. No, it's an observation. You want to know the most honest people in this world. Kids. Tell that
it's
kids.
True, it's kids.
Who your nene? You know how crazy that is. Kids will be the most honest people, but as they grow older, you learn that, people are sensitive.
Yeah, okay, that is true.
Which is good.
They're taught how to accommodate courteous words instead of being flat out rude as how people would put it.
It's not even being rude.
Okay, it's okay. In terms of being of parenting, it is. In terms of parenting.
Yeah, but at the same time, it's not a matter of being rude. It's a matter of people don't like honesty. So it's it's making your honesty like nice. You give them the salt without the
no, but then again, you're also told that the truth hurts, yes. But too much honest, okay, I'm trying to make
too much honesty.
Too much honesty is brutal. Let me put it, but I was also told that when you're too honest, it can be brutal at times. In that you don't mean for it to be brutal, but you wouldn't know that because it's you who speak it out and not the other person who's receiving it.
You see, it's all a matter of perspective. And that's why I say, even in terms of emotional wise, you do come to learn that, back in the day, our parents, these grandpas, those guys could take it.
Yeah.
Us, we don't take it, right? Because no, you're not allowed to say that. We tell Mom, you're nene. Like, no, you don't say that, don't say. You're trying to shut them up because it's like, why is he being too honest?
Because people, it's again.
Because people get emotional. People don't know how to
So, okay, our generation, our generation and the next are more in touch with the emotion. Like they've come to actualize and not ignore what they feel, which is very valid in today's age because back in the day, now our grandparents, some things were just told, you're a man, you shouldn't do this, or there's some standards you are put in that honestly, for one's mental health, let me not put it that, for one's mental health, in today's age, would have actually been something so triggering.
Okay, makes sense. Let me ask you this: do you think it's for the better or for the worse? Because we discussed this last episode, and you know that the worst man you can have on this earth is a man who is
emotional, without emotion.
A man who's extremely emotional.
Yeah.
You have to be stoic to some extent, learning to control your emotions, knowing what's going on, what's wrong, right.
Yeah, but I do think that getting in touch with emotions is a good thing. Because
understand your emotions, but don't react to your emotions.
Understand how your emotions are. Because if you do not exactly understand yourself, you're in a place where you'll be a liability, or you'll be a person who would compromise some situations which should not be compromised.
Yeah. So you know what, guys? To wrap this up.
And something else. I think there's a few.
We forgotten.
Just a pointer. That's a few. You also said that this is the worst generation to text.
Oh yeah.
And I will be in favor of that. Because I will say to text, this is now friendship wise, relationship wise, just actually in both. We already talked about relationships and friendships.
We discussed communication.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So when I said this is the worst generation to have such things, it's because we talked about communication, we talked about relationships and friendships, we talked about masculinity. These are about the episodes. Masculinity and femininity.
Oh, okay.
So we all talked about this and how in this Docile or in our generation, it's really there's something just wrong. It's like the worst generation. I do actually believe our generation is the worst generation to text. Because people just don't know how to reply. But again, I was told maybe just you they don't want to talk to. And I will accept that because clearly it can be that. But then again,
to be extremely clear on his point, to Zamato, you end up talking to people who don't really give two shits about.
Yeah.
Because, in fact, I think I had this conversation with my parents the other day. It's like, you think, people care, but then this is just the internet. Understand this. In your life, you have to really separate the people who are close to you and the people who are there for you in terms of internet-wise, social media-wise. There's people who I know I can call, yo, I'm in this situation, I need this now. And they're like, yeah, 100%. Social media-wise, guys, don't expect that from everybody. Even though you might talk to everybody in the whole community. Don't expect that.
So yeah, that's just it.
So
that's a wrap.
To wrap it up, we have discussed music, we have discussed cartoons,
education,
emotions,
and this one of
texting,
and that's all actually. That's it.
Anyway, yeah, guys, if you want us to expound more on this, kindly ask questions in the comments if you feel. Okay, ask.
Uliza si ujinga.
Anyway.
Ask.
Yeah, so guys.
Fill the chats, guys. Fill the comments with questions. Even on the other episodes, if you want to contribute, add anything, want us to talk more about it, please give in your opinion.
Let us know.
Yeah.
So, I want to end this episode by saying, guys, kindly continue to be your own individual.
True.
Make sure you don't fall into peer pressure, social cues, and guys, think for yourselves, because the media will really purport a lot of things, and if you take into them, you won't be able to really have your own mind.
And you'll be your best 100%.
Exactly. You might think that you and your friend have so much concatenation, but at the end of the day, it's all a matter of, maybe you're my friend, we might be similar, but guess what? We differ, and that's okay. There's nothing wrong with different. Another thing on communication was the point that we had said, everybody thinks because I have a different side of you and you have a different side, you think it's an argument. It's really not. That is how communications work. We give out different points, you give out yours, and we reach a middle ground.
That's actually what an argument is.
I simply listen to what you have to say so I can know or have a vague understanding of where your mind is at. So
one thing is the arguments are good.
Exactly.
Arguments are really good and healthy in friendships and relationships a lot. Because it helps you understand how one person thinks, how their method of argument is, how they will talk to you,
and how they reason.
Exactly, how they reason and everything.
Yeah.
So if you're not able to communicate, you won't, as in other things, literally, guys. It's like unspoken rules, something like that. So,
guys, that's my side. That's what I have to tell you. Stay better. Make sure you keep on reading. Take on that knowledge. Stay physically fit. Apart from that, guys, stay healthy. Food, everything we eat. Drink a lot of water.
Stay hydrated.
Have good skin. Clear skin.
Yeah.
Don't come here with pimples. Yeah. But that's what I have to say. Shirum, anything from your side?
No, nothing. But since I started, I think I'm also finishing.
Yes.
So remember to like, follow, subscribe, turn on post notifications.
Wait, you follow on YouTube?
Oh, oops. Remember to like, subscribe, turn on post notifications. What else?
Share.
Oh, and share. Yeah, and that's bye.
Thank you for watching the Infinite.
Oh, thank you guys. I almost forgot. Thanks for watching the episode. Yeah.
Of the Infinite.
Oh, of the Infinite podcast. I don't know. It's like they already know, but of the Infinite podcast.
Okay.
Yeah.
Bye.